What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Stitchers After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. We are so excited to be back again this week, and we have a lot to talk about, so make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Stitchers After Show. We are so excited to be back. As always, we have a full panel. We are so excited about that. You guys, where can everyone find you on social media?
Hi guys, I'm Karla Beltran, and you can find me on Instagram at Karla with a K, B-E-E, Travels.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Camille Lauture, and you can find me on Instagram at Camille Lauture.
Hi, I'm Becca Brown. Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV. We need to get y'all at Twitter.
I know.
Yeah.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T Jones. Okay, so guys, this episode, how do you pronounce the title? It was like Paternis? Paternis.
Yeah,
Well,
Paternis.
okay, it means it's like
That's what I
parental,
thought, but
yeah.
like, how do you pronounce
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I'm guessing because paternal,
Oh, okay.
Father.
paternus.
It's Latin.
Ooh.
It's Latin. Paternus.
Paternus.
So like
Interesting.
fatherly.
Okay.
Let's see, what does it mean?
Father, paternal.
Okay. I like
I'm
it.
assuming.
I mean, it
something like
makes
father.
sense
It
because
does.
this episode, we see so many dads.
We see so many dads. We were
and they play a crucial part.
Yeah,
in this.
exactly. What did you guys think about all of the flashbacks that we had? Because we got to see some amazing
They were
flashbacks.
emotional.
I love the flashbacks. I love the Linus and Camille
Oh, I
flashbacks.
know.
They were so cute.
The Linus one was the cutest, though.
I know.
He's like, everybody's mean to me. They just want my answers.
He was the cutest kid, and I wanted to hug that little actor.
I know.
Oh my goodness! Why
And
was
actually,
he so cute?
Jeff actually tweeted out that that they were supposed to have a Ivy flashback, but they ran out of time, so they couldn't do it. And so that was so sad.
I feel like that
We need
would
it.
have been
Bonus.
We need an
Nice.
Ivy flashback
Yeah.
because we need to know more about her past because we learn a lot about what's going on in this episode.
I wonder if they recorded something.
I don't know. I think
Because maybe they could put it up on YouTube or something.
maybe. I would like that. I would
Me
like
too,
that.
me
But
too.
Linus's was my favorite flashback. But we did start with the last season. Becca and I called the young Cameron fetus Cam. I don't know why. He's not much of a fetus anymore. He's like growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so
You
whenever
were-
I refer to fetus Cam, it's because it's like a thing. So,
Okay.
okay, so fetus Cam is still recovering from his heart surgery. We see that, and his father.
He looks a lot like Kyle Harris. I'm just gonna
He kinda does.
interrupt you to say that.
No, he does. He really does. But he basically his dad goes to jail, and there's this man there who's like, "Oh, you know what? You're so brave. Like you just had heart surgery. I'm gonna call you Bruce Wayne, like randomly. Like okay. Yeah, I don't just go calling strangers.
It's because he was wearing a Batman.
Oh,
shirt.
okay. I was like, okay. I don't randomly go up to
Okay.
people and say you're so brave. You're Superman. You know what I mean? I don't.
No?
No, it's not something I really do.
What do you go up to people like wearing like Spider-Man shirts and like
No.
say you're so brave and they like thank you for being Spider-Man? Something
No,
like
I
that.
don't.
know.
I mean, but I think he did that
We're not getting paid by Spider-Man.
because
Yeah,
of his heart surgery. So he needed
Yeah.
him to calm down.
that's
and,
true.
And feel brave.
That's
and,
true.
And be okay.
Yeah.
And we thought this guy was a nice guy at that time. We
Yeah.
thought, oh wow, he's really
So we
being
did.
there for the son. Like
So
he's
sneaky.
doing his job. He's arresting the father, Miller, but like he's at least trying to calm down the son. But he might have had some other
That-
intentions.
Yeah.
That flashback though, when he was like he just had heart surgery, didn't he just get heart surgery a year ago?
Yeah, it had been a year.
Yeah, it's been a
so
year.
he was still like a bit overprotected.
Yeah,
I
but-
guess, so to
but
speak.
his dad did say that, like, because when he was when they took the dad to the, I guess, NSA safe box,
Yeah.
the dad said, like, Cameron told him, like, oh, you don't have to worry about me anymore, and then
Yeah.
he was like, I don't know how to, like, he like doesn't know how to just stop worrying about him. So I think that's why, because like I don't know, I it's understandable, like when your
care.
son goes through something, like you would just want to protect them from anything and everything until you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well-
I thought it was really sweet. Even though the father had done some bad things, he was very protective over his son, and like he regretted what he did, you know, after all. But he still, for all those years, whether Cameron thought or not, was really protecting his son. And so it was really sad to see.
Yeah.
But basically, Cameron's dad may have killed this victim who was a prison guard, and they're talking. We see in the Stitch something about, oh, watch out, Bruce is a threat or something like, oh, Bruce is here, be careful.
Something about Bruce.
And yeah, and the nice guard who got along with everybody, I guess he had like cancer and he had a lot of medical bills, and he was very, very happy and nice with Miller. But then he attempts to kill Miller, and that's what the whole time we're trying to figure out. What was your initial thoughts when you first saw, oh my gosh, this nice guy who made lasagna for him is trying to kill him now?
Yeah.
That escalated.
Was it Parsons? Was it Parsons that made the lasagna for him? I think
It was
he said
his wife. I think it was his
Okay.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was confused.
Yeah.
Because I thought at a point it was Miller, but then after seeing that flashback, I had no idea, like, why would Parsons want to kill him? Like, what is behind this?
Right.
But
And it's
that's
like,
really what I thought.
and you could tell he's like, I'm so sorry I have to do this. You could tell he really was wrestling with these. I do not want to do this, but basically he was told, like, if you do this, I will pay off your medical bills and you're going to be debt free, because he was very, very, very heavily burdened with all the money that he was having to pay for medical bills. So I get why he did it. Obviously not the best choice.
Yeah.
But it was very sad because this guy ended up dying anyway.
Yeah.
Because out of self-defense, Miller had to kill him. And it was very sad, but basically Cameron also asks Maggie a lot about this mystery box and who picks the cases. And in the meantime, he slips and tells Maggie that where Kirsten's mother is.
Wait, but he didn't actually tell her the location, or at least we don't see him.
Yeah.
tell
We
her
don't.
the
We didn't see him on
location.
screen saying it, but we.
Well,
We get the idea
We
that.
saw him like telling her that he knows where
right.
it
Where it
is,
is.
But I
and
also
she knows
think
where it is too.
that Maggie knows.
I think Maggie actually knew
Yeah, Maggie-
where it was, and that's why that's how she went in, and at the end
yeah, I
Well,
think
moved it.
right. Maggie was the one who knew where she was, but they didn't know that Kirsten knew. So whenever they found out that Kirsten knew, she's like, we got to put her somewhere else, because Kirsten will try to do something, to rescue her and may potentially hurt her or figure something out that she's not supposed to. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. Of course, like, Kirsten's like, one thing is to be able to go visit her mother's pod, and it's so sad. It's like, now she can't even do that.
Yep.
But
And
basically,
Maggie's back.
yeah, I
know,
know.
Maggie's
I'm
back.
so glad Maggie's back.
I know.
Welcome back,
so
Maggie.
bad.
I know. I'm so happy. She must have been gone for a few weeks to film
Yeah,
something,
she
did.
But they did a really good job of kind of writing it out, like, oh, I've got business to take care of. I'll be back. Like, it worked out great.
Like someone's on the other end of this phone call, but not.
yeah, we never know who it is. But okay, so what we think at this point is that Scott paid off Parsons, like Scott Bruce paid off Parsons to kill Miller because he paid for the medical bills. But basically, Scott Bruce lost everything because of Miller,
Yeah.
and so he lost all his money. But Fisher's like, this can't be the guy
Yeah,
because
Camille and
he's too
Fisher were
happy.
like, what the heck? He
Yeah.
seems great. He's talking about fishing.
I know.
Fisher, fishing.
I know.
That's what I was thinking that whole scene. I was like, I'm confused. Are we talking Fisher or fishing?
I know. I was just like,
Fishing for fish.
I honestly thought this guy was guilty. I was like, he's putting on a big facade. He's pretending like he's Mr. Fisherman. I'm like, okay, like, we all know you're guilty. You probably have someone
I thought
hiding
so
in your
too.
basement. Like, you got someone locked up in your
I was
basement.
like, we're gonna see some creepy shot as soon as they leave, but no.
It's
We
just
just
a-
like see like a flashback of Camille.
An innocent old man just trying to live his life, making fishing lures. No big.
Let's go buy some fishing gear. We can
Yeah.
go on a
Yeah,
good fishing
seriously.
trip.
Exactly. And then also, we see also that Cameron and Kirsten are painting up her scientific walls that she's scribbled all over. They're painting those over. So like she's kind of like letting it go a little bit. Well, we thought she was kind of
Is
letting
she?
it go. And then once she found out that her mom had been stolen, it's going to activate all the craziness again. But she at least
Probably.
kind of was able to be a little bit normal, knowing where her mom was at least. But now, like, all heck has broke loose.
And it kind of sucks because she's like blaming it on Cameron. But,
It's gonna affect Hampton.
well, no, because they even said it in the like preview for next week that like they don't want that to like kind of affect them. So hopefully it doesn't.
Hopefully not.
I
know.
hope that.
I need my Camston.
And I have a question. So Maggie's back. Does Maggie know about Camston?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm a little confused.
But
like,
she
why
doesn't
does she?
know the extent of it. I think
Yeah.
she doesn't know that all the oxytocin level things is what's affecting it.
Oh yeah.
So she
Girl
doesn't know.
stitching stuff.
She knows that they are a couple, but she doesn't know that there's a problem.
The
'cause she's
Which
been
I think
gone.
is so weird. On Maggie's end.
Not knowing.
Like, no, just accepting that that Camston exists.
I
Yeah.
think Camston's the cutest, and like, who
They're so
can't love
cute.
them?
I know.
Maggie would have to be insane to not love them. So
I'm sorry, I'm like cracking up right now. I'm looking at this board from the previous show and it says Jesus' rage. And I'm like,
It's
what?
Jesus.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on?
The false But yeah, I just find that's weird about Maggie. And I do feel like something is up with the whole team.
Mhm.
They're luring Kirsten in, and perhaps, I don't know, I'm going a little too deep into this, but there was an episode, like I think like season 2 or something, where I forget what was going on, but we saw clips of each, like Linus, like brief like clips of Linus, Cameron, Camille, and it looked so suspicious that since then,
When was then? What
I
was
think it was
this?
in like season 2. And I just may be overthinking this, but I feel like they all are up to something that Kirsten doesn't know.
Interesting.
I know. I'm pretty sure they are.
But like, what would it
They're
be
hiding
though?
something big from Kirsten
Yeah.
to protect Kirsten.
Do you think? Do you think it's been the location of
or
her
to
mother,
protect
or like
themselves.
something else?
It could be the
That's
location of
actually
the
a
mom.
really good prediction.
But no, I think I know vaguely what you're talking about.
Because it does seem like everything's a little bit like
Sketch.
Yeah.
like there's more known than what people are letting
Sketch
on.
is short.
Well, I
short
think the
for
only one
sketchy.
that might not be lying to her might be Cameron, because
Yeah.
he does seem kind of like not in the known.
Well, it's the
No?
whole.
I think
I think
so.
Cameron's up
No,
to it too.
Cameron.
If there is something.
No, I think
Dang.
it's the whole. Maybe he was up to something, but love got the best of him.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
Ivy, the Ivy situation. She was up to something, as we see in this episode, but she fell in love with Linus.
I know. Let's
While
talk
being
about
up
that
to
for a
that.
second.
Yes, can we
because-
talk about like Ivy totally betraying her sister and being the one behind like fetus Cameron?
The
Like you
I
said.
know.
Like,
Well, I mean, we assume because like, oh, what happens
Well, one
if
of
they
the
really
people
find
behind.
Yeah.
One of the people behind the anomaly.
out? But that makes
True,
that
but-
makes so much sense.
Because
though.
Jeff last night, I favorited the tweet or liked the tweet. Y'all keep talking while I find the
So
tweet.
that totally makes sense though, because the entire time she's like playing like stupid, like I don't know anything about quantum computers. Well,
Yeah.
girl, you were on the other end of one, creating this anomaly.
Yeah,
and
seriously.
apparently she's the one who did that. So it's like she was being controlled by her father. Then maybe she didn't want to anymore. But in this episode, we find out that he's creeping in her apartment.
Yeah.
And is like, look, I need your help. I need you to get Linus to trust you. And she's over here thinking like, I actually have friends. I have a sister, and I have someone who actually loves me. Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't want to mess this up. So we
Yeah.
see that she's toying around with the thought of like, what am I supposed to do?
well, that's another thing that I think Ivy's growing on me, guys.
Aw, I love Ivy.
I know.
I am so against her.
No.
Oh, come on.
I'm so against her.
I
I
like
love
today's
that Camille
episode.
like went at Kirsten for that.
You think?
Ivy, she's so fishy. Like she's
Okay,
There we
but
go
what
with the
about-
fishy again.
Right? Yeah.
What about what she said today? That like the reason why she's not talking to Linus is to protect him because
Right.
he doesn't like protect him from her father. So
that's true.
I think that she just needs to sit down with them and be like, look, my father thinks that I'm in with him. I have done some things in the past. I'm done with that. I need out. Help me out. Like, I know where my father is.
Yeah,
like,
but then her father is gonna do something like run and hide. Her father probably has eyes and ears everywhere.
That's true. And
More
you know
than
what?
likely.
Maybe she was the reason that her father disappeared the first time. Remember whenever last season?
Probably.
She's like, I knew you wouldn't come alone or something. And like the warehouse was empty and cleared out is because
She was
I'm pretty sure
talking.
that Ivy
Yeah,
the
she's
one that told her
talking
dad.
to.
sketchy.
Okay, so about the whole anomaly thing, Jeffrey said that Stinger used the anomaly to get Kirsten to trust and come back to him, while Ivy used it to trap Kirsten because she was mad Kirsten called in an essay on Stinger.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
That does
But
make
still,
sense.
that's mean. It's her
Yeah,
sister.
I know. I do want to pause for a second and talk about one of the reasons why we're able to do these after shows is for free is because we have amazing sponsors, and I do want to tell you guys about this really cool product. You've heard it probably last week and the week before on our show.
Not last week, because last week was the 4th
we
of
weren't
July.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so our new sponsor is MeUndies. It's the softest underwear you're ever gonna wear, and if you're used to buying boring underwear, MeUndies will change everything because it comes in all kinds of colors and patterns, and they've released a new limited edition pattern each month that always sell out. So this month's pattern is new one. Last month was like celebratory. This month is cross colors with names that live up to their bold design and bright colors. Increase D Peace, you dig, and the OG. And so basically you're going to save money for yourself right now, and you'll save 20% off your first pair and receive free shipping only at MeUndies.com/buzz. There's the reason that MeUndies has sold over 5 million pairs to date, and you'll feel it whenever you put them on. They're very soft. And if you don't love the first pair of MeUndies, they're free. So get 20% off your first pair plus free shipping at checkout when to go to MeUndies.com/buzz. That's MeUndies.com/buzz. So thank you guys for sponsoring us. I can't wait to check out the new design.
I know, seriously.
I know. I'm really wanting to know what increase D piece is, because it's like D. I'm like, I'm having an epiphany. I'm like, hold up, what's going on? I'm like, light bulb. What's going on, MeUndies? But I like it. That's clever. It's clever. Okay, so I do want to talk about how Cam breaks into jail as a lawyer.
I like how you said Cam.
I always say Cam. It's easier, and I
Well,
don't know.
it's well, you say it like, oh, Cam, this like really good friend of mine.
I know. Well, Cam, down at the office.
Cam down at the office.
But he pretends to be a lawyer to talk to his dad, and his dad is not opening up. He's like, yo, you need to leave, get out of here.
He's
and
like,
we're thinking,
bro, I know you're not a lawyer, you're my son.
I know, but we're thinking, what's going on? Like, why is he not wanting to see his son? Why is he keeping him away? And I told you, I was like, I just think he doesn't like his son anymore. And you're like, no, he's trying to protect him. And who was right?
I was right.
Carla was right. Carla was right. Dakota's always wrong.
Oh, quit it.
You'll learn this. Anyone who watches any AfterShow.
That is not true. Get out of here. Get.
No, it's just like, I feel like my predictions sometimes are like...
Pretty spot on.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
No, like, not to brag.
like
but
this is the second week. I'll give you the second.
What's
week.
that class you mentioned you took in
I
high
took-
school?
It was actually in college.
Oh, in
I
college.
took rhetorical theory. Yeah, so
Maybe
that's probably why.
Probably.
Yeah.
But that's great for us, because sometimes when we're lost, we're like, help us.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. If I ever watch an episode like really late the night before, I'm gonna call you and be like, yo, I need help.
Yeah.
Help me decipher this. What's going on?
I need your skills.
Yeah. Okay, and then also Cameron's apartment gets broken into by these two strange men who are wanting to take him out. Like, why did you talk to Miller? Who are you? What have you done? And Linus just comes in and like kicks him in the
He was
face.
And it's
He just
like,
drags him out.
this
Okay.
is what your dad is protecting you against, Cameron.
Can we just talk about how he didn't lock the door behind him though?
You're like, wait, lock the door.
I was like, come on. I would be like stumbling to try to like lock the door. He just like closed the door. He's like, all right, they're gone.
Guys.
It's freeform.
That's true.
Guys, I wanted to say that I'm very proud of Linus for kicking butt
Kicking
tonight.
booty.
Yes.
But then I thought about it and I was like, oh my gosh, he knows how I was like, oh, he knows how to kick butt. And I was like, wait, he was like bullied when he was young. So
Aw,
of course,
yeah.
he probably had to learn how to like defend himself. I
And
was
to be
like,
able to lift his leg up that high to like kick them in the head,
Yeah.
he must have been wearing
Oh,
MeUndies.
he's come so far.
Guys, he must have been wearing MeUndies, because only them would be able to have that flexibility, the
That's true.
the fabric
The
strength.
comfortableness.
Yeah, so he must be. I just wanted to throw that in there.
He's come far.
Yes. So basically, Miller took the blame to keep Cameron safe. We figured this out, and then the guy who called Cameron, young Cameron, fetus Cameron, Bruce, has a beard now, and he's really sketchy, and he's the one that embezzled and took the $30 billion.
30 million.
I thought it was
Million.
billion.
That's a lot of money,
I know. I was
Dakota.
like, woo. Okay.
I would like 30 billion, please. No?
No, but okay, so that makes sense now. So he, like, basically was saying, I'm gonna hurt your son if you don't cooperate and take the jail time for me.
Yeah.
So
Can we just talk about how heartbreaking that is?
yeah,
Like 14 years. Well, Cameron mentioned that his father hasn't picked up the call in like 14 years.
Yeah.
And not only did Miller have to go through him dealing with heart surgery, and now has to act like a douchebag to his father, to his son,
I know,
because he
Oh.
wants to protect him. Like, that's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like not
seriously.
only do you have to ignore your son, you have to act like a douchebag.
Yeah.
It's like what? Perfect word too.
She doesn't hold back.
She doesn't hold back. No, for real though, that's really sad. That's heartbreaking to think, oh, okay, like I have this son I have to keep safe, but I also have to like push him away so
Yeah.
that way
Yeah.
they can't find him. And it's like you're running like that 14 years that you've been away from your son, you can't get that back, and he's gonna think that you left him, you know? It's just really sad.
I mean, can the NSA do something like to get
Right.
his father out?
Well, they weren't
what I
gonna take him
thought.
out, but they were gonna
Reduce
have like a
the
hearing or
sentence.
reduce the sentence. But 14 years is a real long time. I thought like this would be his last year, technically. No.
I mean, for embezzling that much money, though, I don't know. But it's not like he killed anybody. It's not like he. I don't know.
It's not like murder.
What if
I mean,
you just give
O.J.
the money
Simpson
back?
got away with murder, guys. Like, let's talk about that for a second.
Let's not.
Like, why-
different
Different
podcasts.
after show.
Different podcasts.
But why can't, like, if he can get off free for killing 2 people, like, why can't he just get out for doing a little bit of behind the scenes embezzling? Not that I endorse that.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
I
But
know.
he made a lot of people broke.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Well, I
There
don't
do
know.
a lot of people disservices.
So it's not like he's clean at like completely. Like he said, like you're not gonna get out of jail probably, but you'll get a reduced sentence.
Yeah.
It's like
Well-
how many more years you got?
I don't know. I'm like, why didn't he just like give the money back?
Well, because he doesn't have it. That's the thing. He doesn't have it. The stuff that he got beforehand was he like lost it,
Yeah.
and then this 30 million, he doesn't even have it. So it's
Oh,
like
remember, I thought it was okay. We were watching the show, and when we saw he didn't tell him where the $30 million were. I was like, oh, he used it to pay his surgery, and I was like about to.
I
cry,
was
but
like,
it wasn't.
girl,
He's $30 million.
what kind of
to
heart
pay-
surgery costs $30 million?
I'm like, that's
I'm
an
like-
expensive surgery. Maybe they should
I
have gone and
know.
gotten a second opinion.
I
Another
know.
hospital.
Oh my gosh. But I was sitting here going, girl, you went to this whole class and you know how like to decipher all these things.
Yes.
But why didn't that cross your mind? She's just like, the $30 million was used to fix his son's heart. And I'm like, what kind of surgery is that?
I did get a B in calculus, so that may explain
Calculations,
something.
you know. It's all good. He fixed his son's heart and then he got like a
Yeah.
couple nice cars.
Yeah.
A lot of nice cars.
A couple?
Yeah. But we
Like
find
20?
out. Yeah, more than that.
30, 40, 50?
There's this other dude named Joe Zeiss, which is the guy who with the beard now.
I thought you said Joe's.
And he's gonna be arrested. Miller's sentence will be shortened. And we find out later, you know, how Jacqueline's pod is moved, and it was Maggie's fault. Now Kirsten's not talking to Cameron. And then Cameron doesn't want to arrest Joe in front of his kid because that really messed him up as a child.
That was so sweet.
It was sweet.
It's so sweet but stupid.
Thank you.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And why?
Because Zeiss knows this guy. They're onto him now.
Right.
I'm sure.
They're gonna say
he's gonna be gone.
It's gonna be like, who's at the door?
He probably made his son go to it because
Oh my god.
knows.
Oh, yeah.
So like, are we gonna like, are we gonna like resolve any of this? Or we don't know.
I doubt it.
Hopefully, I'm hoping.
Because next week
prediction.
is something else.
Oh yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah, they do this.
You doubt it?
I doubt it.
I feel like we're left to assume that maybe they came back later on in the day.
Like on
And
another day,
arrested
like
might-
he said.
Well, either that.
I feel like this just can't be left alone though.
Nope.
I know, but we needed
Cameron
like
is
closure.
impacted by this.
Cameron is impacted by this, which means they might come back to it.
Whenever I was thinking like, don't do this in front of his son, it's like, okay, grab his son and take him out in the hallway and then go in and do it.
Well,
Like,
actually,
you
now that I
can't leave
think
his
about
son
it,
alone.
now that I think about it, maybe it will be resolved, but later. I will say my prediction for. I'll
Okay.
save my prediction for predictions.
because I want to hear it. But yeah,
Yeah.
save it for sure. I do want to talk about Camille and Amanda before we move on. I wanted to go on their
The
storyline.
Camille backstory was,
Heartbreaking.
yeah, it was really sad.
So but at first I felt really bad for her and her little bicycle incident.
And then
I know.
Although I knew that she was being a little dramatic.
I was like, this
But-
girl.
Really, I didn't think
I was
that
like,
she-
oh,
I thought it was
she
like
needs money for
a
bicycle.
legit
I
thing.
thought it was real too, but I was
Okay.
just like, she's so dramatic.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, girl.
My parents can't afford my bike.
And it's
This
like
woman that like gives her
$50.
$50
And then
is amazing.
another couple
Yeah.
out of her bra. I was like, girl, it is summertime in the desert. You know that bill is gonna be sweaty AF. Like, you're gonna have a moist bill in her hand. Like, she didn't care.
Damn.
Money is money.
And she's like, oh, hell
She's
yeah.
like, I'm gonna wave that around and dry it off a little bit.
Yeah, how do you say? Ivan says
Uh-huh.
the show is procedural, so it's most of the cases are gonna be like one off.
Yep. They're going and then they're gonna move on. So we assume that Joe is gonna be arrested right afterwards.
Yeah.
Or some way to get the son out. It's gonna happen, but it was nice to see that Cameron cared so much to kind of, you know.
But he was so nice about it, you know?
Yeah, I know. I would have been like, we're
That's
going in.
me.
That really shows how much like it scarred him.
Yeah.
That like he would not do that.
Exactly. And moving into this Camille thing, so Camille is scared of relationships. She doesn't know what to do. She's like, she says she's
Linus
a
is the
sabotager.
only one who understands.
Like, she sabotages. And, you know, she's also relating to Linus because he's, like, stalking Ivy by sending her so many texts.
Poor Linus.
I've learned my lesson on that. I've always been one of those people who, if someone doesn't text me back, I'm like,
It's true. He sends me like 20 texts. I'm kidding.
Sometimes I do
In a
when you
row.
don't answer. I'm like, girl.
In a row.
Hello.
You're like, you were
Question
just on
mark, question
Facebook.
mark, question mark, question
No,
mark.
actually, I don't do that to you very often. I'll send you like
No.
random thoughts throughout the day, and then you'll send me random thoughts, and it's sad because we never really answer each other's random thoughts.
No, we don't.
Like, Becca will send me something, and then I'll be working, and then after I get off work, I have to tell her something, and then I send something to her, but then she, a couple hours later, will tell me something, and so then, like, we never answer each other.
So
we
let's
can't
resolve
just
this
text
now.
each other.
You
Yeah.
guys are just gonna answer.
We're
each
gonna,
other's
yeah.
texts.
Yeah.
So basically, we're
We're
gonna
gonna
pause
read
the
all
show.
our,
Becca, question.
all our texts.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long after show, guys. But okay,
From like a month ago, a month back? No.
yeah, more like a year. So Camille opens up to Amanda, and she's like, I don't know what to do, but like I am self-sabotaging, and this is going too good for me. I feel like I'm gonna ruin it. And instead of Amanda being understanding, she like walks out on her.
That was so sad. Like, I feel like Amanda should have been a little bit more understanding about the fact that this is all new to her, especially like not only like the new relationship, but dating a girl and then dating like just feeling something more than just like, oh, like I'm just gonna like use you kind of thing. Like she actually had feelings for her. That's why I think she was like expressing it to her. So I felt like Amanda would be a little bit more understanding about it, but then she was just like, oh, I don't want to be your shot, and then she just like walks away.
So
I
rude.
Because it's like, if someone told me you're worth taking a shot on, I'm like, oh my god.
No. But after rehearing that, come
I
on.
get it. I
Take
get
a
it.
shot on you. You want to take a shot on me? Really?
Like, girl, I am the Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Like, what are you doing?
I am the shot.
She's
Exactly,
confident.
shot.
She's
I am all the
confident.
shots.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
If anything, I should be taking a shot on your
I'm the
ass.
bottle. You know, I'm the bottle. People take
Exactly. Oh,
But
I
you know
get
what?
it.
Yeah. I think Amanda has probably dealt with it a lot. So she's
done with it.
she's done with it. She doesn't want to take that risk.
Well,
Yeah.
she wants to
She don't want to take that
be
shot.
with someone who
Yeah,
makes
she don't
her
wanna
who
take the
makes
shot.
her feel good about herself, and not with someone who thinks like maybe this girl is okay to take a shot. For.
And they're two very strong characters too. But we see that
There's so much
Camille's-
alike.
But
They are.
Camille is taking this more sensitive role, and
We're not used to seeing that.
say that again?
We're not used to seeing
exactly,
that.
exactly. which
She
is
broke my
so
heart.
Interesting, but we do see that this is all due to her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And am I getting this right? Like
Yeah,
her,
no, this is all her brother's
her brother has scarred her.
Her brother is.
I know.
We don't like
Yeah.
her.
And I wish that they could bring him back for an episode, because it was not this episode because it was the younger one, but the older version was Logan Paul. We talked about this, and I wish that he would come back for the show because he made a funny like older brother, and it was fun.
No, he was a jerk.
Well,
I mean, it was
he
funny,
played the
though.
role well
He did.
for like kind of the brother that he pretended to be. Like he was like all nice in the beginning, and then he turns out to be just like
I hated him.
the rude person he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Camille also, after she gets kind of walked out on by Amanda the first time, she kind of takes it out on Kirsten. Is like, you're too emotional now. Like, you're just bringing in Ivy. You don't even know her. You can't trust her and everything. And she has a point. Like, everyone's kind of like, well,
Yeah.
let's have Ivy here. And it's like, well, you know, it's Stinger's daughter as well, and she's obviously been in contact with him, they think.
Yeah.
So I get where she's coming from.
In a way, I think the reason why also like Camille kind of went off on Kirsten was because of the way she was feeling. Like she's kind of having like these emotions towards Amanda, and like she's kind of taking it out on Kirsten because of her feelings towards Linus, because she like likes Linus, or she had a thing with Linus, and she's like, well, now I can't continue with Linus because like Ivy's in the picture. So I feel like that's why she was taking it out on Kirsten instead of like.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think deep down Camille will always have like
Somewhat of a
something
feeling.
of a feeling for like Linus, you know?
Yeah.
Me too,
And-
because I like them together.
But it's like almost like not a thing anymore. Like, it's
Yeah,
not.
no, it's not a thing, but like still,
they're
like it's not like
fine.
she's not gonna care for him
Right.
and like for his feelings and everything. So
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why she kind of took it off on like Kirsten, just because of the way that Ivy has been ignoring Linus, and like she clearly Camille did not like the fact that Ivy was like ignoring Linus. So
Camille also doesn't have family to really go to about it. This.
I
mean, none of them really do at this point.
yeah,
but
that's actually really true. She doesn't really have a support system.
She's never had a support system, and we see that in the flashbacks.
And seeing her go back to like her old trailer park, she just started like throwing rocks at the windows, and she was just like,
I'll be like, same, girl, same. I get you.
That's so sad. I was like, oh my gosh, like don't break the windows. Someone else probably lives in there now. You know what I mean? Like that's not her house anymore.
That's true.
How did we know that?
Because she lives in an apartment.
It could be her brother still.
Yeah, but what about if her brother lives there? Or
Oh,
if that
maybe.
was the house that was like abandoned.
Logan
or,
Paul
like,
should have came out and be like, what are you doing?
No.
Did you guys think that because during that moment of Amanda and Camille when they're talking and she says, you know, I want to take a shot on you, before Camille says that, I thought she was gonna say because I
love you.
love you.
Yes, I thought you were saying.
I was like, girl, that's too soon. I'm like, y'all have known each other for 3 days.
Pretty much.
I'm like, you cannot be throwing that around.
Yeah.
I usually don't throw that around until the second week. I'm kidding. But you know what I mean, though? I mean, that seems a little too early, right?
Yeah, it was.
Russian
a little
thing,
too
But
early.
she's so full of emotions.
But who knows? Maybe, I mean, it is possible to fall in love, like, after 2 weeks with
That's
somebody.
what happened with us.
I have a boyfriend over here.
No, that like, let me just make this
And
clear
it's
now.
not
kidding,
Mr.
I'm
Dakota
kidding.
Jones.
I'm kidding.
Dakota T. Jones.
What did
Dakota
you-
T.
Yeah, you can't forget the T. But okay, let's get into some predictions.
Woo, prediction.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're not gonna have their.
Now, AfterBuzz TV.
It's like I always just like think of aliens trying to like come
Take
down
over.
and take over. Yeah.
They're coming, Dakota.
Yeah, they're coming for us. So I want to hear what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Oh,
lot.
I will start because I don't want to forget my
Yeah.
prediction. Okay, so my prediction is that wait, what was the guy's name that called Cameron Bruce?
Zeiss.
Joe
Zeiss.
Zeiss.
Okay.
I loved speaking of that when Cameron realized he was Bruce.
He's like, wait, I'm Bruce.
Yeah, he was like, wait, I'm Bruce, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like mind blown.
Well, I figured that like we would show something because of the flashback that he had. But going back to my prediction, I think that this Joe guy, I don't think it's over. I think he might come back because his dad is still going to be in the picture.
You think?
Yeah, because he's either going to try to do something to like Cameron or to his dad, and then like Cameron's going to, I don't know. But I have a feeling that we might see him again, just in a different Stitch, maybe.
Maybe. That'd be pretty cool.
I want to see everything related to Cameron's dad back, to be honest.
I just want to get that Ivy flashback. I need to know more about her backstory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, I have a prediction,
Hit
but
it.
it's based on my love for Camus, which is Camille and Linus.
Uh-huh.
I think maybe Linus is going to figure out that Ivy's been talking to her dad, break things off with her, and then Camille and Linus are going to somehow find their way back to each other.
Oh, because now Amanda is done with it.
Because Amanda's done with
Do you think
Camille.
Amanda's like out of the picture now, or do you think she's coming
No,
back?
I don't think she's out of the picture. She's in more episodes this season.
Oh, okay.
If you look on IMDb.
I was like, is she gone now? Like, I don't know. What if she's trying to mess with Camille's emotions and like get her all riled up? And
I still
leave?
don't trust her.
Yeah, because she's kind of. I
Oh,
don't know.
you don't trust Amanda?
I've never trusted her.
I don't trust Amanda either.
I don't trust her.
I don't know.
I think
there's
she's up
something
to
fishy or
something.
something. Yeah.
She is.
Like
got
she wants to be
something.
part of the Stitchers program, which she kind of already is, but
Well,
not
she
really.
is part of the Stitchers program, but
Yeah.
like not in the way that everyone else is, and not as close as everyone
Yeah.
else is. She's the medical examiner, so I mean,
Something's going on. What
I
if,
think
what
so-
if she was able to like mess with the bodies and like?
I was gonna say, what if she's part of the reason that they for the whole box thing, like the code thing.
Oh, like the code thing. You think maybe she?
Yeah,
has
what if she
something
has
to do-
control over like what body is
Maybe.
or what mind?
I feel like
Kirsten
the box is probably
goes
controlled
into.
by somebody way higher than
way
Amanda.
higher than her.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But what if they're using Amanda?
Maybe.
They
because,
could be.
I mean, we would have never thought that Ivy was the one controlling the anomaly of Cameron.
Yeah, we would.
Because we wouldn't, because we'd think, oh, it's someone higher. You know what I mean? It's like there are people in the lab and outside of the lab who maybe have more control than we think, you know?
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe she is taking orders from someone, or like kind of tampering with evidence, or like maybe when she's examining the bodies, like maybe isn't completely honest with the reports or something. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have a prediction?
I'm still on my prediction about the whole crew.
You know what? That was a good one.
I like that. To something, you know, and I can't really like put my finger on it.
But they're up to something.
They're up to
They're
something.
sketch.
I feel it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd not really thought of that for a long time now, because they kind of, but I can see why you'd think that.
I think they're up to something, but like in a good way. Or they think it's a good thing. Or it's a good way to be up to something. I don't know. I think they're trying to protect Kirsten. But Kirsten's going to get all pissed off at them.
Yeah, as always. She's going to get mad.
I mean, I would in these situations, kind of.
No, I know. I really want to know what's going to happen with her mom. I'm like, okay, we've had her in a pod, a little casket, for like a long time now. We've been traveling her like she's like some kind of embryo. Like, are we going to hatch or not? Like, I have got somewhere to be. Like, are we going to hatch or no? Like,
What if her mom's behind?
oh.
Everything.
Stitches. The stitching.
Wait, so you think her mom's like inside? Like
No, not really
her
inside.
mom's
What
brain?
if her mom's not really inside?
she's
Inside.
not. She's not on the inside. She's on the outside.
What if she's the one who moved the whole thing? Based off of that, what if she's the one who moved everything?
Yeah.
You think
The
so?
pod.
She just got out of her pod and like, all right.
No, if
throw
she's
it over her
not
shoulder.
in the pod, then she moved to the pod, and she's controlling everything on like the inside.
Do you think?
I mean,
On
but
the inside
do
of
we
the
really
pod.
know she's in the pod? Was there?
We don't know that if she's
I mean,
Yeah,
we
we've
assume.
never seen a body.
seen her in the pod.
We assume she's in the pod.
So maybe she's not in the pod.
Maybe she's working with Stinger. No.
No, I don't think so.
That
Maybe
would
she's
be-
controlling. She could be controlling it from inside the pod.
On the inside.
What if?
I got that.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, I have a prediction.
Sorry, the crowd's cheering for me. You're gonna have to wait. Okay, go for it.
Oh look, there's even strobe lights.
It's okay. This happens whenever I talk. When I talk, it's a big deal.
Oh.
Dakota has a really big head.
I have a very large head. Anyway.
Dakota, like come down from the sky.
Okay, all right, guys. We're gonna have to keep it quiet in the audience there. Okay, go ahead.
What if Maggie and Kirsten's mom is working together?
Oh my gosh.
So that Stinger doesn't
yes.
know. So they're trying to make it seem like her mom is still in that tube for Stinger.
Oh my
to
gosh.
think.
Yes.
I could see
They're
this
working
being
together.
a thing.
So then she moved it because she was like, oh, I don't want anyone to open it and see
Yeah.
she's not really in there.
Exactly.
Well, actually, that's the okay, super random, but I think that another reason probably why that it's happened. Or blah, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I know what I'm saying, but
We don't.
maybe Maggie is behind it all, and maybe it was like the mom, because like, you know how Kirsten's getting really close to like Ivy. Maybe they're afraid that Ivy was gonna take her to them, and then be like, wait, like maybe this is not where your mom is, or like whatever the case scenario may be.
Oh my gosh, you remember in the
Yes.
Stitch whenever she said, you can't help me if you're in here. You get stay trapped in here. Maybe it was her mom controlling it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't found out
Well,
who's
I
controlling
had that
it.
prediction. I think.
I think
Let's
so
not
too.
look back to see. I
Yeah.
didn't have that prediction, but I think I mentioned that at some point.
Oh, really?
I think it
The
was
mom.
The mom.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Well,
yes,
yeah, because it was like Cameron was like, oh no, I didn't say that. So. Dang, Kamisha!
I didn't even have to be in the rhetorical
No,
class.
the crowd.
Right?
The
That was
crowd-
all on your own. Hey, now you get the applause.
Stop it. Yeah, thank you.
It's your time. It's
Keep
your time
going.
to shine.
You're like, I would like to thank my mother.
We have
For
a studio
always kidding.
audience.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pretty big studio audience.
Any final thoughts, or what is your thoughts on the teaser for next week? You guys excited? It looks cool. It almost
Yeah.
looks like a battle of like just like I don't know, like some weird club underground that's like puts
Sounds
people
like
against.
Step Up.
Yeah.
Really, it reminded me of the movie Real Steel.
Like
of,
episode
the
2
robots.
kind
Yeah,
of.
that's what I was
the
gonna say.
robots and like and the fighting and
Yeah.
all that.
That's actually what I totally was thinking about that, but I didn't remember the name of the movie, so I just said like some underground club.
It was on yesterday, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a good
You
movie.
missed it, Dakota.
I missed it. Missed it. But no, I really think that's going to be a good episode.
I think so.
I just want Camston.
Okay, Becca, we know.
I'm in love with Camston.
But I do want to say, though, that because there is an episode next week, obviously this week wasn't the mid-season finale. So I don't know how they're planning on breaking that up because there's only 10 episodes. So I don't know if next week's going to happen and then that's going
There's
to be
not a
the
mid-season finale.
So they're just going to play them all out?
They play them all out, yeah.
Okay, since it's
Oh,
only
yay.
10. Okay, cool. I did want to say really quick, did you guys notice that the little boy's name was Andrew, the one who
Played
Joe Zeiss's
son? Yeah.
And one of the people on the show, one of the remember Andrew Zuber.
Oh, Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew
Okay.
Zuber. He is in Camille's band, Nice Enough People, and he's a big part of Stitchers and like creating and writing and helping out with producing the show and everything. So it's funny they called him Andrew because I'm like, okay, like they would, they do that
Yeah.
a lot in Freeform shows. They give,
Aw.
That's nice.
yeah. So I thought that was kind of a cool little Easter
Wait,
egg.
Ivan says that Zelda Williams is a guest star
Ooh,
coming up.
That's cool.
Wait, is that true?
I hope so.
Hold up, I'm looking it up on IMDb. We can't go off air until I figure this out.
Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna let
Yes,
you
she
all.
is. In next week's episode, she's guesting.
Nice.
Yay!
That's so exciting. That's awesome.
So Robin Williams' daughter.
Aw, that's really sweet. That's gonna be an awesome episode. I
Yeah,
can't wait,
seriously.
you guys. It's gonna be so much fun. So we will be back. We will be back here.
Here.
But in the meantime, you guys can follow AfterBuzz TV everywhere at AfterBuzz TV. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure to give us a 5-star rating. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, comment below your favorite part and what you want to see on our after show. We're still trying to get some guests in for you. But in the meantime, where can everyone find you on social media?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Karla with a K BEE Travels.
And you guys can find me on Instagram as well at Kamisha Lauture.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. And also next week on Millennial Hollywood, which is on the Popcorn Talk, I'm interviewing Troy and Belisario, who is Spencer Hastings and AD. Sorry if I spoiled that for you. On Pretty Little Liars.
Yes!
You guys, I'm so excited. So make sure you tune in. I think that I'm going to actually air it early on Monday night. So Monday night around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have that. We love you guys. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye.
Bye!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.